This is the check-in right here, Ritmo y Cultura, as your boy DC, and I got none other than my homegirl from Miami, Florida. Nohemy in the digital building. What's good? How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Todo bien, todo tranquilo. I see you working. I see you doing your thing. You're writing right now in some camp, like, so you're dove in right now in some type of studio.
Yes.
What are you working on right now?
Right now, I'm taking this time to really network and connect with a lot of the female artists that are like up and coming. I feel like it's really important for us to come together, and I feel like it's the perfect time. So I took a trip out here from Puerto Rico and rented an Airbnb, brought my setup, and kind of just hit up the girls like, yo, hey, I'm here, come through, let's create, let's vibe. I want to listen to your music, what you got going on. Let's see how we can grow together and benefit from each other. And that's what we've been doing. So
That's dope. I love the unity, especially with like Latinos and music. I feel like it's something that's ongoing now. Like it's like collabing together, and so that's dope that you're doing that.
in the Latin market, because there's not a lot of female collabs, at least in the Latin market,
Yeah.
there's a lot of conversations about it, I feel like cool, but let's actually get in the studio, let's get work done. So I'm just being more like taking initiative, and I'm being like, okay, instead of like just hitting them up, sending them a record, let's actually get together, let's connect.
Yeah. Well, what do you think is the holdback? Is there a holdback, or what do you think that the is holding back on the industry to make these collaborations happen?
I mean, I feel like, I don't know, because just I can only obviously speak for myself, but from what I see, a lot of like this situation of having not a lot of female collaboration is sometimes it's a team, because they want the female to be the next female. And
Right.
I feel like people need to change that mentality, man, because they get caught up in the business, which cool, I get it. It's business, whatever. But come on, man. There's passion for this. There's love for this. Art is fucking dope. So people need to change their mentality. And I feel like once that happens and understand that there's a place for everybody in this industry, and there's a winning season for everybody
Yeah.
in the female side, I feel like it's gonna change. So I'm, like I said, I'm taking that initiative so I can hopefully like do my part and bring collaborations together.
No, I love that you're doing that initiative too. And I feel like, over the time, female representation in música latina and reggaeton urbano has been, the glass ceiling has been broken, and it's more. So now it's like time to discover, and see who's the next,
You
like,
know,
and then who's coming up, like who's the
yeah.
one, like, or just give opportunity. Like we got to hear this music, So what I like to do with these interviews sometimes is like take it back. I know I talked to you before in my old platform, but we're here, Ritmo Cultura, the new. So I want you to take me back on a time machine and walk me through the first time that Nohemy was like, "Hey, I'm gonna start doing this music thing for real."
Music, I feel like it was always something, it was a part of me, but I just didn't discover it yet. And it wasn't until I would say like 18 that I met some people that made music, and I was like, hey, like I actually want to do this. So I started hanging out around them, kind of be in the back scene, sitting back in the couch while they're recording, and kind of just studying the way they did things. And I was like, yo, like I want to be up there, I want to record. And slowly but surely, those people like helped me out, and I was able to get on the mic, and I started, like every artist, they start and they think they just made some hard thing. Like, oh, this is fire. Looking back, I'm like, oh my God. But honestly, like what made me start is just the feeling. I feel like music
Yeah.
just gives you a feeling. It gives you an escape. Like I've been here and I really haven't even been on my phone. Like I love to create so much, and I feel so like I'm confident and like with myself, like I'm in my bag. And I feel like everybody wants to feel that way, find their purpose. And when I had that feeling, it gave me a purpose.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm at today. I'm here. I started doing English, then I went into Latin, and I'm still here chasing my dreams, trying to just, continue creating music and getting to the top with my team.
No, for sure. I mean, dream chasing is everything. It's part of the story. Like from the time you started to who Nohemy is now, which I've seen you mature throughout the years that I met you. How have you evolved in your eyes, musically, artistry, creatively, and personally?
I have evolved in all different aspects, like not just as an artist. I feel like the principle of all this is who you are as a person, and that will
Yeah.
translate in your music. And I feel like working on myself, like, working out, eating, having a good diet, being connected with God, like all these things reflect in my work. I'm able to concentrate. after I took care of those things personally with me, I was able to write better music. I started reading. So in this quarantine time, actually, I developed myself a lot, like as far as like my composition and my ideas. I learned how to be more confident and believing in my work and what I do and my judgment behind it. Like sometimes I had to go be like, oh, do you like this? Is this good? Now, like I create something, I'm like, yo, this is hard. Listen to it. Like I don't even wait for you to tell me your opinion because I just know it's hard, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's everything for an artist. You just have that confidence and just to believe in yourself at that level. So like I said, like I have matured and I have evolved in a lot of aspects of my life, but and I continue to do so and I will continue to do so because we never stop growing or evolving. So but
Yeah.
it's dope knowing that I'm going in the right direction.
No, you're definitely going in the right direction. I see it. Like your team is solid. Like your music is really good. I'm like, okay, this is. I mean, we need to get Nohemy on some like spotlights here. Like, yo, this shit hard.
Oh,
This
come
shit
on, man. I'm
hard.
right here.
You know, this shit hard. You know, one thing you did mention is like in quarantine, you kind of like found yourself, refound yourself, and like worked on your compositions and your writing. You know, a lot of artists are may take this time to like they either be stuck or don't know how to handle it. You know, you obviously did. What are the some other things that you discovered about yourself during this quarantine?
Right. I feel, and I also feel like in this quarantine, a lot of us, it hit us hard in the beginning because we live a fast life, you know, we're in the
Mm,
hustle, we're in the grind, and we don't, and something that my manager tells me is like, yo, it's important to stop and look up what you've done and be grateful and appreciate it. But sometimes we're just so caught up in the work. What happens that quarantine comes, everything shuts down.
yeah,
Your life honestly just changes from, you know, a 360
for
and
real.
you start questioning yourself and then you start finding things within yourself that you never gave attention to, whether it's mental health, whether it's like the way you're eating or, you know, waking up late because you know you don't have energy because you're eating bad, you know, you run into a lot of things in quarantine that you decide what you want to make out of it. Like you either want to grow from it, snap out of it, or you just want to stay stuck there. But a lot of people in this quarantine, I'm so happy that like through my social media, I got to see people like changing and sharing their story, how they like evolved and how they had the time to focus on themselves, had the time to do things that they never had before because they're on the go.
Yeah,
And that goes back to saying like when you take care of yourself mentally, spiritually, like physically, everything else around you, your work, it will reflect on that. So
yeah.
that's why people are creating right now. People are in a really good space because they're not rushing. They don't got a show tomorrow. They don't got to stay up late. All they got to
Yep.
do is chill and create. So
No, for sure, for sure. I feel like we had to adapt. Yeah, it was from like 100 to zero. We had to like stop.
we were
Everything
like, hey,
stopped.
I need a new plan. Need a new plan. Here we
And it's
go.
like, what is this? I've never stopped before. You know, now you gotta
Yeah,
reflect. I mean, it happened to me too. Like I'm like over here, like how do I keep going? Like, you know, I was in my
yeah.
head too. So if I was in my head, I could only, you know, imagine
And
what
as
artists
artists,
are going.
we have planned like, oh, this month we're traveling here. We got this show. So you're depending on certain things, certain budgets that are about to come in. And all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like you're getting nothing. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh wait, hold on.
like, well, I need to eat. Like, what's good? Hold
Yeah,
on.
exactly.
I already had that on the budget.
Yeah.
Now, one thing you said about is that you changed your eating, and I see you. You know, I'm a little gordito. I'm working out, you know, now too. You know, I'm trying to get in my healthy tip. But you say you changed your eating. Like, what are you eating right now? Like, what's the lifestyle of that right now for you?
I'm pescatarian, so I really don't
Okay.
eat. And I don't eat like I try not to eat. I'll eat my cheat meal, you know, but no fried food, not like bread, soda, like candy, none of that. You know, I try to just eat as clean as I can. And honestly, like I never believed it, but it helps me just like think better. I feel light. I'm energetic. I get like natural energy and just taking care of myself like it's everything, man. So I encourage you if you need tips or whatever, we can work out through Zoom or whatever.
Hey,
Get it
girl,
done.
I'm out here. I dropped 30 pounds already.
No,
So
I see it though. Since
okay.
the interview on Latin Billboard, I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah. I was a little big on Latin Billboard. The face is coming in real
On the
quick.
right track. Come on. Can't stop now.
Nah, we ain't stopping. We ain't stopping. The body, we gotta take care of our body. If not, ain't shit happening for us. You know what? One thing that's cool that I see. You know, you got your champion jersey on there. You're the main champion spring collection female model. You know, talk to me about that collaboration. You know, how that come about. You know, and how you feel.
It's through a relationship I actually built with one of the rep that works for Champion and kind of like He was always really supportive of what I did. And obviously he just showed support. And then like 2 or 3 years later, he was like, yo, this opportunity it just came up, like for you to be a part of it. And I was like, of course, like I like Champion, I like sporty clothes and whatnot. So it was like, I was right in the fit for it. So, but it was super dope. It was my first time, and I look forward to continue collabing and rocking like clothes like this.
Yeah, no, I see it. Like, what's that? Is that gonna open another umbrella of Nohemy, like some modeling, doing some of that?
I'm gonna do it all the branding, modeling, acting, music, whatever it is. We're gonna do it all.
And talking about doing it all, like, hey,
Yeah, and actually, this jersey is like a limited edition from like LeBron James line.
ooh, okay.
It's the first time I actually wore it since the photo shoot, but yeah, it's super dope. It's super clean.
Limited edition. Is that even out yet?
I don't know if it even came out, but
Oh, that's a one of one or one of one exclusive that Nohemy and probably LeBron James has. That's
you
pretty
don't know.
pretty pretty dope. Pretty dope. You know, you talking about doing a lot of things. You're an actress too. You started on YouTube series. You've been on music videos. As the main star. Like, talk to me about like diving into that side and switching up from like a singer songwriter to like flip the switch to be like, yo, I'm gonna act real quick.
For the people like that are around me and know me, I'm a character, bro. Like, I always be calling the attention, center of attention girl. Like, and I'm just like, really extra with my facial expression. People always was like, yo, you need to be an actor. Like, you're too much. And I always wanted to do it. I'm like, I'm a person that want to do it all. When I tell you I've done motocross and all these crazy things, I've done it all. But what happens, like, I wanted to do it, but I never knew it was going to come this fast. And that's the importance of being like focused and ready for anything. And the opportunity came up. They needed a girl that, makes music, has like a rough look and this and that. And I'm like, I'm your girl. And then I auditioned for it. And I was like, I don't know how an audition even goes. Like,
Right.
I started YouTubing. I was like, okay, audition, self-tapes, whatever. And I did it, and thank God I got the role. And we were filming for like 3 months. It was crazy. Like, I was up at 4 a.m. every day, filming for like 12 hours a day
Yeah.
for 2 months, But honestly, I learned so much. And at a professional level, I got to understand a lot of things. And now it's going to come out soon.
Okay.
So you got to stay tuned because it's like really, 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 really soon.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see that. Because like I said, I've been following you. I've been following your career since you came into my radar. I'm like, yo, this chick is dope, man. Like, and then to see you start doing things like this and like grow, it's pretty cool, to see that.
It takes time.
It takes time, and being in the front row, be like, oh yeah, I know her. Like, she's cool. She's cool. She's doing it. Like, okay, no, that's great. That's great. How do you flip the switch? Like, what did you learn as in that field? Because obviously, like, the music field is way different from the acting field. Like, so how did you flip that switch, and what did you learn?
Honestly, I learned that I can be a really good actor. Because
Yeah.
it's really challenging, like, mentally, when like one scene I'm crying, and then the next scene I'm like happy, the next one I'm angry, and then I'm crying. So you're going through all these emotions in one day. Like, literally, a person that's not like good with themselves, it could affect you,
Yeah.
But it really taught me how to like keep balance, how to stay focused, how to like really balance with everything, like going to sleep on time, just being professional, being on time, showing up, showing out, knowing your lines, knowing that you could be talented and all these things, but in this industry, you have to be disciplined, you have to be professional. And that's when I understood, like, okay, like, I have to be better at these things because I want to be at the top with these people. So, I got to learn the business. I got to understand everything going on. So, like I said, it was a learning experience. I got to work with, a lot of like legendary people. And it was an honor for me. And I got to really like talk to them and learn from them and hear the experience, which I apply to my career nowadays.
What are the things that you apply to your career now? Like, from learning from being an actress, like, how does that tie into what can you learn that you learn could tie into your music career?
Like I said, the discipline.
Right.
The discipline was everything. I had to wake up myself. In the mornings, it was hard because I was tired and I didn't have somebody like waking me up or doing this for, like, I had to do it for me. And I feel like now, like once I stop recording, I still have the same energy. I'm gonna wake up early. I'm gonna have a schedule. How I had doing the series, like having a schedule for me is everything. So I created a schedule. Okay, from this time, I'm reading. Here, I'm working out. Here, I'm
Mm.
creative. And then when I'm done creative, it's gonna be my downtime to relax, sleep, and go back at it again. Because you
Yeah.
need balance. You like you
Yeah.
can't just like be here because eventually it's not gonna, it's not gonna go well.
You
So
need
yeah,
you,
balance.
you need that me time. That me time is important. That me time is important. You know, let's go back to the music. You know, you've opened up for some big names here. I'm just gonna just drop a few names. You know, Jhay Cortez. You know,
Mhm.
Tiago, Nicky Jam, Zion and Lennox, many more. Tory Lanez, Migos, etc. You know, across the
Yeah,
board.
yeah.
So opening for these like acts, like what did you learn from them?
Like learn. I won't-
Or from the situation? Like if it wasn't personal, like, from the situation, what did you learn?
I learned that my hard work literally it's this because it's patience. Like as an artist, I've been doing this for years, bro,
Yeah.
and a lot of people don't even know who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you're dropping these names that I opened up for. So as an artist, it does get frustrating. But in those moments when you're about to get on a stage that Jhay Cortez is there, like a Nicky Jam is there. It's like, wait, hold on. Like I'm doing it. Like I'm in the right path. Like I'm doing it. Like you have to give yourself validation. Like you have to give yourself credit. And I learned how to like really just be grateful to just be on a stage and not, it doesn't matter how many people are there. Like I used to care about how many people were in the crowd. Now it's like, I learned how to like, it doesn't matter. Like I get to live my dream every day just because I get to wake up and make music. Like that's
Yeah.
all it is. Like forget the numbers. And that was that's what I learned and what I was able to grab every time I would go on stage and just share it with people that are like at the top. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Like I saw that you were like, you said I've been doing this for a long time, like they got to know my name, like, like how did you like that mentality, like how'd you like use that for like fuel to keep going for you? Like what was that about?
I always done sports, so I always been competitive, and anything that I have abstained like in my life,
Mm-hmm.
it has been because of hard work. I played basketball when I was little and all through my life, and I was always really shorter, obviously, than the other girls, and I still got a scholarship. I
Okay.
told myself I wanted to get a scholarship and play in college, and I did. So and my mom is like my role model. She's like a hardworking woman. So um that's literally like what pushes me to really like do what I do because I understand that
Sure.
things don't, like good things don't come fast and you have to put in work.
Yeah.
So I always just have that. And because I have passion behind what and I love what I do, it's not hard because I'm enjoying it. I want to be here. I want to
Yeah.
do it. It's not like let me do this because I'm trying to get this bag. No, it's like forget the bag. I just love doing this. It makes me feel good, so I'm gonna do it.
Right.
So I literally just hold on to that feeling, and that's what keeps me like striving hard.
I could vouch that you know how to play basketball because I saw you at Latin Billboard and you was balling, and I was like, oh shit, like she could really ball. Like you were balling better than like
I love
I think you might have been like top three players on that court
I was
behind.
they just forgot to like announce it, but I was MVP.
Yeah, for real. Like Mickey Woods was balling. I was like, damn, I didn't know bro could ball like that. And then
Yo,
no, you was balling. I was
are you sure you're in the right career? You should be doing both.
dude, like I think you might have been top two. I'm not even like who else
Yeah,
was there? The dude, Jesse from Jesse and Joy, like he could ball too.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was like y'all three was like
Mike
balling.
Towers was it? Rao, who was Tiny was balling like crazy too. Tiny was he was getting it.
Yeah, but hey, you're probably the top three. I'll give you
Yeah,
that.
that's
And,
right. Yeah,
and the thing I was like, okay, I was like that was pretty cool to see. So I could vouch that you know how to ball
that
for
was a great.
sure, for sure. That was a great event too. It was a great event. All right, you got a new song out now, Calenton. Talk to me about your new single. What's that all about and the vibe and how it was created.
Calenton is a crazy song because I was actually working with Bobby and like we were at the hotel. We were like, let's get a hotel and let's just create.
Mm-hmm.
And I love Bobby because he's not just a producer. Like he was right here next to me. He was like, okay, I like that flow. Yeah, do this. And he like got me to do something that I would never like really like think about doing, you know?
Okay.
And the flow in the song, the lyrics in the song, like it's so dope, and I love it so much. I can transmit my energy, like that energy in the video, like it's literally how I am 24/7. Like I'm just like super hyper, and so yeah. So shout out to Bobby, like the song is super dope, and I appreciate him for like pushing me to get that side out of me out.
Yeah. Was that created during quarantine or before quarantine?
That was created like I would say a month ago. Like I went to
Oh, okay.
Orlando, I went to do some pictures and a music video, and we actually didn't have planned that we were gonna do this song or this video either. It was like very random. So
Yeah.
I work with Poppy in the it's like 5 a.m. in the hotel. Then at like 12 p.m. we head to the studio and we record it. And then I hit up my camera guy. I'm like, yo, come through. We're gonna shoot a video. I put on makeup right there in the bathroom, and me and Bobby just went and did a video in like 30 minutes. Went back in the studio and made another song.
Lit. Look, yo, that's crazy because I mean, these times are like you're finding ways to get shit done. Like what we said earlier in the interview, like you got to figure it out, and you fucking shooting videos, creating songs like right away, like yo, shoot this shit. Like I've seen people like do music videos on their iPhone now, and I'm like,
oh yeah, Jhay Cortez did it like a long time ago, and I was really
yep.
Yeah.
For sure. There's another release out here, Curiosidad. Talk to me about that one coming out. What is that about?
Yeah, curiosidad. Ahí está la palabra. You just gotta watch it. It's a good storytelling in the video, but the song is super dope. It's really catchy, really uplifting, a lot of energy too. So I'm excited for that release, and right after that, we have a special project that's gonna be coming out as well.
Are we talking like an EP, a mixtape, some?
Gotta pay attention. You follow me, so you'll see.
Hey, and whoever's watching this for sure better follow her, because I mean, y'all missing out, bro. Like she out here, she's the full package, my G. Everything, music, everything. Like, don't sleep on the girl. Facts. Yo, for real, like I'm excited because I'm saying EP maybe. But you don't want to tell me. But it's all good. It's all good. Something you cooking. Yeah. So let's talk about like, collaborations. You have Catalina, Manu, more, who are some other artists that you would love to collaborate with?
My manager was actually sending me some girls from like somewhere in Europe, that in the Argentina, Mexico, like so I'm looking to collab with those girls out there. I'm researching like who the girls, reaching out, see who wants to collab, and that's definitely something that I want to do.
That's something amazing because I love what Argentina has coming out. I think Argentina got like it's a different swag out there. What I'm saying? Like it's different.
The sound, like when I hear the songs, they're like a different structuring, the flows, like everything. It's really dope, really refreshing. So I want to be a part of that, of course.
No, and I think it's great because everybody tries to like collaborate within the same people, which is cool, not down talking it, but like there's talent out there that, I like to discover talent. And there's talent out there in Mexico and Chile and Argentina that don't got the same spotlight, but fuck, they're banging in their fucking region, dude.
Yeah, and it's good. It's good stuff. Like you can put it next to anybody right now that's up there, Like,
for sure. I played some shit like, yo, who's that? And I was like, that's Homegirl from Argentina. And I was like, that's the R&B group from Mexico. Like, damn, Mexico making R&B. Like, come on, man. Like, Latinos, we make all types of music, bro. We're not just the, the pop and reggaeton, party music.
The corridos now too.
The corridos, like the urban corridos, which is dope. Like our culture as Latinos is evolving. We as Latinos too, like from Latin, like being Mexican American. I didn't grow up in Mexico, but I love Mexican shit. And I'm American too, so I'm like, I'm blending both, like, you know, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
I think that's what's dope about music. There's no limits to this. Like, let's keep creating. Let's find new sounds, new vibes, new things.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Let's stop using the same, drum kit. Let's try to like put a little sauce in it and see how it's gonna sound. Like, let's just keep evolving.
Dope. So you say you got new music coming out soon, maybe a project. What else is on the calendar for Nohemy?
Definitely want to do like a project with females.
Okay.
All females, only females, females, females.
Can,
All
can,
females.
can you give me like a name or two of the people that you want to like get on that, or
Definitely
you
like,
already have on that?
well, definitely like Manu already got to do some stuff with her, Catalina,
Hmm.
Momo, Lely Hernandez, me encantaría Elena Rose.
Oh, she's dope.
Yeah, me encantaría ella. There's a lot of females, you know, and
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do.
No, that's dope. I love that, you're advocating for that. And like I said earlier in the interview, like the glass ceiling has been broken, but now it's time to like highlight more of just the, same names. And
Hmm.
and you're one of those artists that are doing it. Like you say, you in the forefront, you want to get the shit done, like you want to collaborate, you want to like discover. Some
Hmm.
artists don't even like to discover anymore. They just like to get push shit on, but
Right, right.
you're doing your thing, and I'm proud of you. From like I said, from the
Thank you.
moment I met you to like now, you've have grown as an artist, and
Like what, man?
it's been dope to see your growth. Now,
Thank
so for real, like thank you for the chat. We checked in. You got a lot of shit going on. You're in Miami. How many
you.
songs? How many songs have you knocked out so far?
Right here,
Yeah,
we done like four, I think, three, four. Yeah,
working,
with different like females.
working. Excited to see that project. So when that shit drops, give me like a little like DM or have your manager be like, yo, it's coming soon.
Yeah, I got you. And don't go ghost on me either. Hit me up. I want to be on Primo and Culture. Primo and Culture, sorry.
Ritmo and Cultura, rhythm and culture. That's what it is. All the time. All the time.
Rhythm and Culture. I like how you did it in English too.
Yeah.
I didn't peep that.
Yeah. Like I said, like I'm bilingual, so I'm not gonna like stop that. I'm not gonna take that away.
It's done. Send me one of them.
Oh yeah, we got merch coming. You ahead of the game. We got merch coming. I'm gonna send you for sure. I'm gonna send you some jerseys, some shit. Some hats.
I want to make sure I get mine. That's why. And I say it here so everybody can know that I want my shirt.
Hey, no, you coming soon. Hey, buddy, yo, thank you for your time. This is the check-in. Nohemy, DC, Ritmo y Cultura. We out.